Yeah. Hello, everyone. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Concerning my last video I did about packing, I want to just to give a quick update. Then there's more gist coming. Um, yeah, I was at Lisham Hospital yesterday, the disabled area. I mentioned something about parking in the disabled bay and driving through the disabled bay. Here is the disabled badge that I use with my, whenever I go out and I need to, as in whenever I need to, I use it when it is necessary. Not all the time, but whenever it's necessary, I use it. And it's the same disabled badge that I use for my son that's got special needs. And yeah, so concerning that, I just want to give a quick update. I took my son, who is also into basketball. He plays basketball, and he was with a physio, but he missed his appointment. So it's down on me, my fault. I forgot. Because despite the fact that I've been able to recover many things, my memory recovery has really improved. Despite that, sometimes I still forget appointment, time, date occasionally. Sometimes it still happens. And that is exactly what happened. So he missed his appointment. And I waited until when I have my own next appointment. And as I'm talking to you, I think I might have missed my appointment as well because I can't even remember the date. It was noted by the doctor for me on a sheet of paper, and I couldn't find the piece of paper. I only for it, but I might have missed my appointment as well. So I waited till I have my last appointment, then I try to rebook for him with the doctor for him to be seen by physio. Because like I said, they're working with him. He plays basketball, and they work with him due to some pains that he used to have every now and then. And I was told that we need to go to the doctor for him to be referred again because it's been like 1 month. I waited until my own next appointment, which is like 1 month before I come back for appointment to be booked for him. And yesterday was like, Mommy, I can't go to school. I need to go to the hospital because of the pain I'm having, and I have 2 matches, this and that, blah blah blah. It can be stubborn. It can be really stubborn. My boys can be really stubborn, and in terms of knowing what they want and trying to say, this is what I want, this is my decision. They have that independence also. I respect that with them also. And when I have to like put my foot down, I'm your mom, I know better than you, I know what I'm saying. Do it this way as a mother, as an elderly person. So I do that as well. No, yeah, I allow them to make their decision. I respect their decision also. So I said, okay, my schedule is tight. I have busy things to do, but I will take you. And at the end of the day, I end up missing my appointment for flu jab for myself and my son, his older brother. It was this morning that I realized that, oh, we're supposed to go for a flu jab yesterday, but I was at Lisham Hospital all day yesterday. After dropping his brother at school, the one with complex need at school, I was at Lisham Hospital major part of the day yesterday, and I left to pick his brother, and I went back there to get him back home. So yeah, while we were there, and he went for X-ray, and I was like, I park at the disabled bay and I use the disabled badge. And it's so lovely, so nice meeting this elderly, loving elderly couple, and very kind. It's so nice meeting them, and I met also lots of lovely people that makes me smile. And on that note, I want to quickly say something. And positive energy attracts positive energy. When you radiate out negative energy, it kind of push away people with positive energy, because when they see you projecting negative energy, in whatever way or manner you do it, it kind of, make people shrink off from you, and it push people away. But people that radiate and generate positive energy attract positive energy also. It does not mean that, oh, this person is racist or anything. No. For me, it does not matter people's skin color or background. I see everyone as one, equal as one, as people, like every other person like myself. But one thing about me is that, and I know that it is the law of nature. It works for with everyone. When you generate positive energy, people with positive energy will notice it and will detect it, and you will get response in return. But when you generate negative energy, people with positive energy will shrink away, will shy away from people with with negative energy. They keep their distance because they know that, oh, this person is, what you're radiating, what you're generating is negative. It scares people away. And I want to just quickly chip that in. But having said that, I met this lovely, wonderful elderly couple yesterday while we were at the S3 section. I met lots of people that are really lovely and nice, including the member of staff at Lisham Hospital. And I appreciate God for their lives, for the wonderful job they're doing, and the lives of all the people that I met, both the ones with positive and negative energy. I have to say that. And and while we were waiting, she was like, she was talking about getting parking tickets at the disabled bay. And she was like, they just introduced it. It wasn't like that before. And even personally, that's why I complained. I came online and I complained about it. Now, it's, once you use your badge, that is it. That they just introduce it. And I want to say, I want to say a big thank you, my gratitude to Wise Parking, if I'm right, or Parking Wise or so. My gratitude to them, to Lisham Hospital as well for that. Now there is a display now that shows, I think from what I gathered from the lovely couple, the elderly couple that I met, it was introduced a couple of months ago. I'm not sure, but to my knowledge, there wasn't anything of that sort. And she too said it too, that they just introduced it. So now there is a sign plate that shows that when you park, you must go in to the reception and register your plate number. Not only leaving your blue badge, but you must also register your plate number with the receptionist, so that they will know that, oh, this plate number actually parked at the disabled bay, and you have blue badge as well. So you've got to have blue badge before you can park there on the disabled bay. And at the hospital, you need to register your plate number as well when you park there, and that gives you 4 hours waiting. Even though the blue badge normally carries maximum of 3 hours on it, but it gives you 4 hours, because sometimes, most of the time, the hospital is always busy. I can tell you that. And that affects waiting time. It's always busy, always packed. And that is a normal thing for every hospital that you go to. It's always busy, because different people also come with different reasons, and to be seen by the doctor. And I was like, oh, I have no idea. Then I told her about my experience, and I said that a previous one that I've been like 2 times, I got a letter from the Parking Wise. And the first one, the receptionist said there is no plate number like that. But I didn't notice any sign plate showing that I need to register my plate number. and that was like a couple of months ago or so. I can't remember now more. I called them and I said to them, "Oh, since when do I have to register my?" I went to the receptionist to that. Since when do I have to register my plate number? Do I have to put my plate number because I have a hospital appointment? After all, I registered in when I got to my department that I had, which is physio, that I have appointment with. After all, I register on the machine that my appointment is today and the time and everything before I was asked to go upstairs and to wait at the waiting area. So I was telling the lady about like I mentioned in my previous video in regards to this topic. And I said the next one I went, I got a ticket, a letter again saying that the camera detect my plate number, and they're saying I need to pay parking charges. And I said to the lady that the funniest thing is that particular day that they said the camera detects my plate number, I did not actually park in that disabled bay area. Because when I drove in, I have my disabled badge, the one I use for myself and my son. I have it, but I couldn't park because everywhere was jam-packed. The whole place was filled up. So I drove in and I drove out and I went to the back of the hospital where there is another car park, the general car park for people. And I used that car park and I paid for my parking because there wasn't space. So I was not saying to the lady that what baffles me, and that's why I was like, are they picking on me? That was why I was like, are they picking on me? Because that particular day, I drove through into the disabled area, but I couldn't park because it was jam-packed. And there was another lady that was on a wheelchair too. While I was waiting, she too was complaining of the same thing, that they couldn't find space to park. And in her own case, she doesn't have disabled badge yet. She's still waiting for her badge. And I said to her, "Oh, I have to park at the general car park area as well myself." Like the whole place was jam-packed. I couldn't find a space to park. And yeah, and I was like saying to the lovely, wonderful, elderly lady, the couples and her husband, and I was saying to the lady that, so that baffles me, because if I didn't park in there that particular day, I just drove in and I couldn't find a space to park and I have to drive out. Why are they sending the letter to me? And that was why I was like, are they picking on me? So she said, oh, they introduced a new measure. So when you park now, you use your badge and you go in and register your plate number. And I was like, I parked there earlier when I brought my son, and I have to leave him to pick his brother, and I'm back, and I have to park across the road, which is not really convenient for me, because at the end of the day, by the time we go home, I managed to put on both face, and I was like matching like a soldier, and I go around my activity matching like a soldier. But when we go home, I was like, oh, I couldn't stand upright. Oh, my back, my pelvic, my left hand side, upper thigh, pelvic area too was aching and hurting badly. And I was like, I park across. I told the lady that I park across the road outside the hospital, and it's only 1 hour. And I don't know how long I have to wait before we finish, before, the doctor finish with my son. And the one of the doctors, I asked her, was it the doctor or the nurse, if I can park the second time, or I need to wait for like 2 or 3 hours before I can repark again. And she said, if you have the disabled badge, you should. And the lady too, she had no idea. The wonderful, elderly, wonderful, pretty, beautiful people, beautiful couple. She too, she wasn't aware of it. And I said, oh, I was told by the hospital staff, the doctor and the nurse, that I can park there as long as I have my disabled badge. because the receptionist, the first letter I got, the receptionist told me that there's nothing like that. She had no idea that you need to register your plate number. I think as at then they don't have that in place, because even the elderly woman confirmed it that it's just been put in place. It's a measure that has just been put in place, I think, a few months ago. So I came back and I parked, and when I came out of the car, when I was driving in, I could see the same plate, big and large. When you turn it into that disabled bay area, you will see the sticker large in large print saying that you need to register. And I was like, oh, that confirms what the lady said. And the moment I parked and I came out of the car, trying to snapshot my plate number because I don't know it offhand, trying to snapshot my plate number. And I saw the two couple in a car driving off from the disabled area. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And we said, we care well to one another. And they left. They are lovely, lovely, beautiful, lovely, wonderful couple. Elderly, but wonderful, wonderful people. So, yeah, that's an update on it. And yeah, after parking, I put the disabled badge there and I went into the hospital to register my plate number. So easy peasy. Within few seconds, you are done. Your plate number, pam, 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 and you're registered. So yeah, that's an update on that.